It's not what you think. Please, Mama, listen to me. I did it to save Eric. Please, please forgive me. The hot sun beat down on Mama Eric's small compound in Lokoja village. Sweat poured from her face as she cracked firewood under the mango tree. Life had never been easy, but today she smiled. Her son, Eric, had just returned from the city after finishing his university education. The same Eric they had trained with sweat and tears. The same boy whose mother sold firewood every day at the market and whose father farmed yam from morning till night. They did everything just to see him go to school. When Eric finished school and got a job in the city, he didn't forget his parents. Every month, he sent them money, sometimes 10,000, sometimes 20. Mama Eric would always tell people, "My son is in the city now. God has done it for me." But one weekend, Eric came home with a surprise. Her name was Chiamaka, a quiet, respectful girl with soft eyes and a calm voice. She wasn't too tall, not too short. She wore a simple dress and always knelt down to greet. Eric brought her home to meet his people. They had been dating for about 4 years. Eric greeted his mother and said, "Mama, this is Chiamaka. She's the woman I want to marry." The mother looked at Chiamaka and whispered, "Eric, you can't marry her." "Mama, what are you saying? Why are you saying I can't marry her?" Mama Eric continued, "Eric, look at you. You just finished school. You haven't even started earning much yet. And all you're thinking of is marriage." "But Mama, I'm doing okay in the city," Eric replied. "You're doing okay and you're coming to see your mother and you can't even buy a bag of rice for your mother. Instead, you brought this thing to me that you want to marry." She shook her head slowly and added, "Eric," she said, "this girl, I don't like her spirit." Eric looked confused. "Mama, what did she do?" "I just don't like her. Something is not right about her. She's not the one for you." Eric tried to plead, but his mother remained strong. "You can't marry her, and that's final, over my dead body." On hearing this, Chiamaka got angry and left, but Eric followed her, begging her to stay. "Maybe she's just stressed," he whispered. "She'll change." Just when Eric was begging Chiamaka, his dad walked in. "Ah, my son, what's happening? When did you return?" Eric explained what his mother had just said and done to Chiamaka how she called her names. The man turned to Chiamaka and said, "My daughter, if my son loves you and brings you home, that's what matters. Don't worry about my wife. I will talk to her. Let's go back home, my daughter." Chiamaka returned home, but from that day, her trouble began. Everything she did was a problem. If she fetched water, Mama Eric would say she didn't clean the bucket well. If she cooked, she would say the food was tasteless. If she washed clothes, she would say they still smelled. Day after day, Chiamaka tried her best, but nothing pleased Mama Eric. Even Eric couldn't say anything. Chiamaka kept enduring the insult and the names. She stayed. After all, love is endurance, right? Eric woke up one morning with sharp pain in his stomach. At first, they thought it was just ordinary typhoid. But as the days passed, his body grew weaker and weaker. He couldn't stand. He couldn't eat. He couldn't even speak. They took him to church for prayers, but nothing worked. Then they decided to take him to the hospital in the city. When they got there, the doctor ran some tests and confirmed that Eric was having a serious heart failure. He needed to be operated on immediately. The doctor told the family, "For us to do the surgery on him, it will cost 15 million naira. Chiamaka opened her mouth wide. 15 what, doctor? 15 million naira. Doctor, where can we get 15 million naira? Please, save my husband." But deep down, she was wondering where such money could come from. They went home. Mama Eric went straight to their saving box. All they could find was just 15,950 naira. Mama Eric burst into tears. "Oh my God," she cried. "What can this 15,950 naira do out of 15 million? Then she thought of her pastor. She picked up her phone, called him, and explained what the doctor had just told them. After she finished, the pastor replied, "We'll work this out. We'll see how much the church can raise." Chiamaka looked for help everywhere, but no one came. Then she remembered her old friend Chika and decided to call her. By God's grace, the number went through. Chika picked up. Hello? Chiamaka said, please, Chika, my husband is dying in the hospital. The doctor said he has a heart failure. They are demanding 15 million naira. As I speak to you, my sister, I don't even have up to 1 million in my account. Please, Chika, I'm begging you. Loan me money. As soon as my husband is fine, I'll pay back. Chika was shocked. Then she said, my friend, don't worry. Your husband won't die in Jesus' name. I have someone who can help you with any amount you want. Chiamaka felt a little relief. Then Chika continued, come to my house tomorrow morning. We'll go and meet the man. Chiamaka thanked her friend, and the next morning came like a thief in daylight. She dressed up. She wore her simple clothes, tied her headscarf low. Her friend asked her to meet her at a location. When she got there, it was a very big mansion, one she had never seen before. They went inside and met the Mr. Jude. Chiamaka explained everything, her husband's sickness, the cost of the surgery, and how they didn't have the money. The Mr. Jude sat back quietly, then said, I will help you. Even if it's 100 million, I'll give you, plus house and car, but on one condition. Chiamaka asked, sir, what's the condition? The Mr. Jude leaned forward. Unless you sleep with me, that's the only way I can help you. Chiamaka stood up sharply. Sir, with all due respect, I'm married. The reason I came here was because my husband needs help. And now you're asking me to sleep with you before you help me over my dead body. She got angry and left the room. Her friend Chika was waiting outside. When Chiamaka came out, she faced her. Never call my line again. I didn't know you were this wicked. How could you bring me here for that man to tell me he wants to sleep with me? Chika, never in your life call my number again. Just as Chika was about to speak, Chiamaka's phone rang. It was her sister-in-law, Ada. Hello, auntie. The doctor said if we don't bring the money now, brother is going to die. Oh, Chiamaka froze. Her phone slipped from her cheek and fell. Tears filled her eyes. She turned around slowly and walked back inside. She faced the Mr. Jude. Do whatever you want, as long as you save my husband. She didn't care about the outcome anymore. After the act, the man gave her the money as promised. She rushed to the hospital. The operation was done. It was successful. Weeks later, Eric returned home. The house was filled with joy. People came from all over the village to greet him. Even Mama Eric, the same woman who once disliked Chiamaka, now sang songs of praise. My daughter saved my son. God bless you, Chiamaka. You are truly a good wife. Everything seemed peaceful again. Love returned to the home. Laughter returned to the compound. Then, one fateful morning, Chiamaka was sweeping the compound. Suddenly, she paused. Her face changed. She dropped the broom, held her stomach, and rushed to the side of the house, where she started vomiting. From a corner, Mama Eric watched her quietly, then stood up and slowly walked toward her. She smiled and said, Wow, congratulations, my daughter. Chiamaka looked confused. Mama, congratulations. For what? Mama grinned from ear to ear. Don't tell me you don't know. You are pregnant. Chiamaka gasped. No, Mama, I'm not pregnant at all. It's just stress. Maybe malaria. But Mama Eric shook her head with confidence. No, I know what I'm saying. My daughter, you are pregnant, and I'm so happy. She reached for the broom in Chiamaka's hand. Give me that broom. Don't stress yourself. Go inside and rest. From today, I'll do everything. Chiamaka, still confused, quietly dropped the broom. She walked into the room, and as soon as she shut the door, she broke down in tears. Minutes later, Eric walked into the compound. Mama Eric rushed to him with excitement. My son, even in your sick bed, you still dey fire who? Eric looked puzzled. Mama, what are you talking about? What fire? Mama laughed and clapped her hands. Don't tell me you're pretending to. So you mean you don't know that your wife is pregnant? Eric's face dropped. Mama, what did you just say? She smiled. Your wife is pregnant. Ooh, Eric paused, then looked his mother straight in the eye. Pregnant? That's not possible. Why do you say that? She asked. Eric took a deep breath. Mama, I've been in the hospital for months. Even the doctor said I shouldn't try anything until 2 months from now. Mama blinked. The smile on her face disappeared. Without saying another word, Eric rushed into the house. He found Chiamaka sitting on the bed, crying. He went close to her. Baby, why are you crying? Is anything wrong with you? Chiamaka slowly nodded. No, my love. I'm just happy that you're back on your feet now. Eric looked into her eyes. His voice became calm but serious. Baby, is there something you're not telling me? Something I should know? Chiamaka wiped her face. No, Eric, there's nothing. He leaned closer. Are you pregnant? Chiamaka looked down. Number. Eric stood up slowly. Are you cheating on me? Her eyes widened. Eric, why would you say that? No, I'm not cheating on you. Then tell me, are you pregnant or not? Chiamaka kept silent, then whispered, I can explain. Eric folded his arms. Explain what? Her voice trembled. I didn't cheat on you, Eric. I only did what I did to save you. Just as she said that, Mama Eric burst into the room, shouting, what did I just hear? You're pregnant for another man. Abomination. She screamed. I told you, my son. I warned you not to marry this girl. I told you she's not from a good home. But you said I didn't want your happiness. Now look at it. Chiamaka fell to the floor. She held Mama Eric's legs and begged. It's not what you think. Please, Mama, listen to me. I did it to save Eric. Please, please forgive me. Eric was silent. Then he turned to his mother. Mama, please, give us a moment. He walked her out of the room, then turned back to face Chiamaka. His face broken, his voice shaking. You said you did it to save me, but why didn't you use protection? Chiamaka opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. Eric shook his head. He picked up his car keys and walked out of the house. By evening, the entire village had heard the story. They gathered, they pointed fingers, they shouted, they insulted, and in less than 24 hours, Chiamaka was chased out of the village. She went back to Chika's house, the friend who introduced her to the rich man. A few hours later, the man himself showed up. He did not deny the pregnancy. Instead, he looked at Chiamaka and said, I'm ready to marry you. I'll take care of you and the baby. Weeks later, they got married. The wedding was the biggest in the village. Chiamaka gave birth to a bouncy baby boy, and not long after, she traveled abroad to continue her master's degree. Back in Eric's house, silence ruled. Regrets lived in every corner. Eric cried every day. She saved my life, and this is how I repaid her. One day, he looked at his mother and said, maybe we should go and beg her. But it was too late. Too late. Chiamaka was gone. Gone to build a new life. Far away from pain. Far away from the people who couldn't see her sacrifice. Moral lesson. Sometimes, the deepest sacrifices are made in silence, and not every action is as simple as it looks. Chiamaka gave up her pride, her peace, and even her body, not for pleasure, but for love. She chose pain to save a man who meant the world to her. But in the end, she was judged, rejected, and thrown away. This story reminds us that not every story is black and white. Before you judge someone, ask what they had to survive. Love is not just about smiling in good times. It's about standing by people when their choices break your heart. And sometimes, the person you throw away today may be the one you regret losing forever. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share this story with your loved ones. And hey, if you enjoyed this, follow for more powerful African stories that touch the heart. More twists, more tears, more truth coming your way soon.